Hi everybody, I'm Ivy Rivera, Psychic Medium, coming to you from the Ivy League Psychic Academy here in Buffalo, New York, where we are raising up the next generation of light workers. If you're interested in attending any classes here at the Academy, you can do that internationally, online through Zoom. Classes are also downloadable, or you can come in and join us here in person. So www.ivyleaguepsychicacademy.com. Welcome to the Ask the Medium show. What I'm doing here today is I'm taking your questions live here on YouTube Live, Instagram, Facebook Live. What you want to do is post them down below in the comments. Now, if you already posted your question, Rose, my lovely producer here, will be giving them to me first come, first serve, as she sees fit. So don't repost and repost, just wait your turn. And if you did post the last couple weeks, you may want to give somebody else another chance. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is taking from, I think we have one through text. Do we want to start with that first?
Okay, so one second.
Also, when you guys post your questions, if you're asking about a loved one in spirit, I do need the first name of that person. And if you're asking something like a relationship question or what's going on with my boss, things like this, I need that person's first name also. It helps to speed up the process.
Okay, so Kelly was not sure about her guides, and she'd like to know, she said, I can kind of see them, but they are too quiet. Can you feel or see who they are? I know where they go in front of me, just would like to know more about them.
Okay, so Kelly has a question about her spirit guides. She feels as though she can sense them when they're in front of her, okay, but not on a regular basis. So she's having trouble hearing them. What I'm hearing with this is that I feel like there's more of a need to quiet down. So I don't know how much louder they can really get. Sometimes what we have to do is fine tune ourselves. So you're going to need to quiet yourself. Now, I'm not feeling as though you're not actually, in the literal sense, being quiet. I do see you sitting, having quiet time, but your mind is busy. So you're going to need to work on slowing that down, or I just want to say empty that out. Once you could do that, I feel as though you're going to hear a lot of strong guidance, in particular from your work guide, who's been trying to come through with you lately especially, and that should pick up pretty quickly, as well as information coming in from your joy guide. Okay. We have another one?
Okay, so Tracy would like to know, did I make the right move with my new job?
I feel like you made the right move. I'm also getting the sense that you have a lot of different instances throughout your life where I want to say you feel pretty determined about doing something, but it's almost like one step forward, two steps back. So it's going to be imperative that you learn from this experience the lesson that once you feel intuitively that you're supposed to do something, that you follow through with it. And that's it. That's the end of the story. It doesn't have to feel good in order to be right. So what I feel I'm supposed to say to you is that, yes, you made the right decision. You knew that you were supposed to be doing that. You felt the push. You felt the pull. The thing is, you're giving in too much to your emotions. So try to rule those out and stick with logical left brain thinking and intuitive from your gut. Okay? And just hold steady. Don't allow it to drag you backward, or else you may have to relearn the lesson. We don't want to go back. We have another one?
Caroline wants to know, when will I meet a significant other?
Okay.
Caroline.
I feel a couple people coming in with you, Carolyn. Okay. So I have a couple different people coming in, but I'm supposed to say all that glitters is not gold, and that while you put on a bit of I have a dad type energy who comes in here who says like a bulletproof vest. You have a way of saying, I know who I am, I'm independent, I'm not gonna put up with any nonsense, I'm pretty happy being single. I have you saying that, but when something charming comes along, I see you getting a little fluttery about it. And what I do see are two different people coming in, and one of them being a bit charming. It feels to me like it could end up being a bit of an obstacle for you. I'm supposed to tell you not to completely put your heart out there. And I'm hearing easier said than done. So it isn't really in an obvious sense that you would be giving it all away or putting your whole life, out, offering it to this person. It's more about how often you think about this person, how often you allow your energy to drift over into this person's energy, and how much time and investment you're really giving them, okay? Not just when you're together, but even when you're apart. So you're gonna wanna monitor that. I'm also supposed to tell you that when you meet this individual, it's going to have a lot to do with boundary setting. So we're paying attention to what he brings to the table. So as he gives something, you can give a little bit more time and energy. And if he really isn't, don't just keep giving because you have a tendency to want to with him. So the energy could be pulling you in a bit. So have proper boundaries. And then I feel the next one coming in, and that to me feels more beneficial. I feel it also moving very, very quickly, but in such a way where it's like you're swept off of your feet. However, you're calm, you're stable, you're collected, and there's a sense of knowing between the two of you. Okay, I also see him crunching numbers, like down on paperwork, crunching numbers, and there's some mention of what feels to me like construction with this person. Thank you. We have another one.
Mary, she wants to know about her husband. He's been complaining about about his side and back. Is there something he should have? Is it something he should have addressed immediately by a physician, or is he crying wolf?
Did I get a name on this guy?
Sorry. No.
Hey, you guys have to give me names of people you're talking about or spirits you want to hear from, because I don't have that much time to sit. There's no name?
No. Sorry.
Okay, but her name is Mary, and she's
her name's Mary, and it's
about her husband. She thinks he's faking it, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry, I didn't notice.
That's okay. Well, I don't feel that he's faking it, but I do get the sense that he's maybe not feeling as much as what he says he is. So it's kind of like these are half-truths. There's a little something going on, and then all of a sudden I've got something bigger going on. Okay, so the other element that I have with your husband is that he causes a lot of his own problems. I feel that there could be a bit of a victimhood mentality here with him, and that he holds a lot in. So I see sort of this sheepish, this kind of sort of really heavy energy. And anytime I see somebody with that really kind of heavy energy, it is typical that they end up having a lot of ailments that really aren't quite as bad as they need to be, or they manifested them on their own. So while it isn't untrue that he's having these, I wonder about the root issue behind them. Should he go to the doctor? Yes, and I cannot prescribe or diagnose. Next one.
Molly wants to know if her son Caden is his heaven at home with them, and does he talk with us or hear us?
So the question on Caden and sort of where is Caden? He's in heaven in the sense that he's crossed over into the light. So absolutely. However, the veil between the worlds is actually quite thin. You could almost say there is no veil between the worlds. And so he is with you, but he is in heaven. Heaven is not a place up in the clouds that we go off to. Crossing over into the light versus staying earthbound is just the difference between being safe and protected and evolving versus being stagnant and unprotected in lower and darker energy. So he is absolutely in heaven, he's in the light, and he is also with you guys. I actually see him as being very playful, and I see him moving a lot of objects and hiding a lot of objects. And I feel you working out more, Mom. I didn't catch her name, but I feel you like trying to exercise, be healthier, and him doing that with you and celebrating that. Feels like there's another child also, okay? So he's around quite a lot. Thank you.
Okay, Pinta wants to know, is my dad Ben with me?
What was it, pizza?
Pinta.
Pinta?
I think I'm
Pinta?
pronouncing that right.
Pinta wants to know if her father, Ben. Okay, Ben. When I have Ben coming in here, I have a very tall gentleman. He makes me feel like he's a big energy. So he either is tall or he has a big energy, or both, really. He is watchful over you, very much so, but he's also quiet. I want to say Ben is selective in his words and in how he communicates. Also, how much he communicates. So my feeling with him is that what he's showing me is that he watches over you, he's loving and supporting you, but he's kind of quiet in his way of doing it. However, when you reach a point where you need guidance, and I do feel like over the course of the next 2 to 4 months, already beginning here in your present energy, he says you're looking at your finances, you're looking at paperwork, you're looking at different situations, trying to figure out how they would be best in your favor. He is giving a lot of guidance there on that when it's needed, but he encourages you to understand that you can handle this on your own. And during that time, he would be coming to you through dreams. And I want to say, pay attention to your ears ringing and the thoughts that are put into your head. That's clairaudience. That's how he communicates best. He loves you very much.
Okay. Colleen would like to know, will my health get better?
Again, I can't prescribe or diagnose, but what they're showing me and what I'm feeling with you through medical intuitive means is that your health it's been a bit stagnant. It's been a little bit stuck. I'm trying to get things moving in a forward direction through you, but it seems as though you need almost a jump start to your system to get things to where they really need to be active, healthy, successful again. My sense with this is that a lot of your mentality behind it is that you're treading water, and I want to say to you that it's going to be imperative as you go forward that you're really not staying in a mindset that says, I'm sick, or I have problems, or I'm exhausted, or this hurts. It's more like living in a world of thought encompassed, around manifestation and law of attraction. So take all of your negative thinking patterns about the way that you've been feeling and remove them and replace them with positive thought patterns. I'm feeling better. I'm sending white light to this particular area. I do feel you having increase in your health, but I also feel like it's coming through more energetic and holistic means. I feel in a lot of ways like the medical community has really taken things as far as they can for you, and that it's more like falling onto your responsibility to take it the rest of the way.
Charlene is wondering about my job. Am I going to get full time?
I heard yes. I heard hoop jumping and about a month, but I see you putting your foot down. So you're gonna have to, it's almost as though you're making this decision to get this, or you're saying, I need to have this is how it's going to have to be. And I don't have a ton of response coming from that necessarily. So you may have to push a bit harder. My thinking on it though is that once you've stated that you want it or that you need it, you're going to hold steady, you're going to put your foot down, you're going to almost aggressively go after it. Again, manifestation. I see you standing in front of someone who would be in charge of making that decision and just sort of saying like, I'm standing here, I'm waiting, I'm standing here, I'm waiting for this. And then I see this coming in to your favor, but it feels like it's awfully close in time, okay? So within the next month or two. I also feel somebody pulling it away. It's almost kind of like, you know, stringing you along a little bit, so you may get that sense that almost you have it and then you don't, you have it and you don't, but you look at it, just stay consistent.
Okay, Mika would like to know if Shakim is right for her, or yeah, Shakim, S-H-A-K-I-M.
When I'm going over here with Shakim's energy, I feel like the first thing that I want to do is ask why you're drawn to this particular individual. I see some differences in personality and seems like boundary setting, and I want to say that his energy seems a little bit maybe scattered, a little all over the place. he seems to have some escapist tendencies going on, whereas you seem to be a little bit more rooted and grounded, and you know what you want, and you're there, and you're available. My thinking on this is also that while you guys have a great bond between the two of you, it seems to waver sometimes, which makes me wonder if we're really both on the same page. So before I could really answer that question, is he right for you? I think you need to answer what it is that you really want in a partner, and whether or not he's offering that. So it would have been good for you to come into it with that understanding, because once you're in it, it's hard to say what you want, because then you just want the person in front of you. But I think you need to go analyze that more. And it seems to me that you've taken a little bit of a walking on eggshells type of an approach with this relationship, as well as your past relationships. So I want to say, be a lion. Don't be afraid to say what it is that I need. It's like, this is what I need. This is what I have to offer. This is what I'm going to have to get. And like, it's like a business arrangement. Okay. So be a little bit more bold in going forward, because you could do pretty well on your own. You have a lot of options out there, but there's some good stuff there.
Valerie wants to know about Mark. He passed a couple of years ago.
Okay. Anything just about Mark? Okay, so Valerie asking for Mark. Okay. When I've got Mark coming in here, what I feel is a bit of, I want to say before my passing, there was a bit of a tendency to grab at everything and sort of take it with me. I feel like in some ways this was unexpected, or this was quick, and I'm trying to hold on to things. He says he also understood that he couldn't do that, and as things were pulled away, he did release. I did cross. He said, I'm doing well, one foot in front of the other. This is for you though, okay? He says, for you, one foot in front of the other, and stop thinking so much. Don't overanalyze things too much. He said that where you're headed and the things that are coming on to your path over here to the future over the next few weeks and few months are going to require that you stay in a place of faith, and that you stay with your intuition. So don't overthink things. I also see a male talking to you who sometimes distracts you or flusters you. And he says he's watching and helping you, okay, during those times also. Give out love to everybody, okay? He said everything is as it should be, and he's using numbers to communicate with you, and patterns. Tell everyone, okay?
Rita's asking, should I stop going to the class I'm going to?
Rita?
I think so. R-H-E-T-T-A.
Okay, so Rita wants to know if she should stop going to class.
To a class she's attending.
What I'm feeling is that there's weird energy in the class. It almost seems to me that there are pockets of people, or I don't want to say cliques, but there's almost like private dialogues. Okay, so there seems to be, or triangulation, there's something going on in there. It also feels to me that while you're experiencing yourself somewhat on the outside of that, you're also feeling like it's a bit dead. My feeling with it psychically when I look at the class is that there isn't a ton of production going on. I feel a 3 to 4 week period where there really isn't a ton of production going on. So I'm really not sure what they're offering or what you're paying for. There's a little something here and a little something there, but not enough to consistently make it of quality. And my feeling with it is that because of your distraction with some of the other elements, you're getting even less than that out of it. So it's up to you, but I don't see what the point is in continuing.
Okay, probably about 5 minutes now.
Okay, so you do like 2 more?
Okay, so Sundi wants to know if her son hears me when I ask for him, and her son's name is Eric.
Okay. I'm hearing absolutely, and there's a desire here for you to not be sad, okay? Don't be sad, and okay, I feel like live your life and let go. Go forward positively as you can, and fill your life with beautiful things. Fill your life with what I'm seeing are flowers, a lot of different kinds of flowers, wildflowers, gardens of flowers. Fill your life with beautiful things, beautiful people, beautiful experiences, the best that you can. The other thing I'm supposed to say to you, and this is coming more from me, is that it's important that you don't pull and grab and ask for too much, because that can create blocks in the communication. Okay, so free, let it go, let it flow, okay, and the communication will naturally be there. Thank you. We have one more.
Okay, Christina would like to know about her guides as well. She wants to know what her guides offer her, because I do ask for them, but do not quite connect, though I know they're there.
Okay.
Her spiritual guides.
Okay. So she feels like she's not really connecting with her guides, but she understands that they're there. The question is, what do they offer me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, guides are always offering the guidance that you need, hence guides, but in times when you're supposed to be, and this is what I feel like I'm supposed to say to you from them also, in times when you're supposed to be figuring something out on your own, or you didn't finish doing something that you were supposed to be doing, you're not going to hear anything. So in the event that you have some, let's say, unfinished business, or you're working on a project already, and you've already given that guidance, the only thing to do is really keep following through. So don't expect to hear from your guides all the time. They're there as needed. It's not that they ever leave you or that they've abandoned you. However, there is a rule with guides. They're only allowed to say things so many times. So the same rule applies to higher up spirits and a lot of our deceased loved ones. Once they give guidance, they've shown up and given some type of assurance, confirmation, or direction, they're not going to continuously come forward and repeat. It's usually 3 times and that's it. So I would say if you feel blocked with a particular guide, go back and look. Is there any instruction that you were given at some point that you didn't follow through on? And in the meantime, I would say play little games with them. So you can give each one of your guides something to do to help build the bond between the two of you. And you would make it pertain to whatever area that would be. So like with your joy guide, for example, who handles all the micro stressors in your life, you would ask your joy guide to help you through like traffic the next day, okay? Giving you all green lights, help you find a parking spot, help you get your son to find his book bag that he loses every day. Things like this that cause stress. So design something, okay? And spend a week per guide building that bond so the communication feels more natural. Okay, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. We have another show coming up here next week. I don't remember exactly what day, but I will be posting it on Facebook. We are also on Instagram and YouTube. Check out my YouTube channel at Ask a Medium, Ivy Rivera Psychic Medium, where I'm doing a weekly astrological reading. So based on your astrological sign, I will be giving you through psychic mediumship intuition what's going to be happening with you for the week. Okay, and we're going to post that tonight on Facebook as well. Thank you.